Ladies and gentlemen, this is the International Red Fashion Experience, and today my show is about complaining. Due to the fact I want to make the show about complaining is because I was riding the bus up here, and by the strangest reason, I couldn't think of what I was going to talk about today on my show. I couldn't think at all. You know what I'm saying? And then I said to myself, this man was in there complaining. And nobody can help him, but you know what I mean? Talking about he loses stuff, he does this, he does that. You know, all this complaining. Now, you know, I like to be uplifted and I like to hear positive things. I don't like to hear nothing negative. But this complaining is something that people are going to do and they're going to continuously doing it. But the way to keep yourself cheerful and uplifting, you understand me, is think and speak positive things toward people. You know what I mean? Because they can't help you know. You complain to somebody, ain't nothing they can do for you. You know what I mean? All you're doing, you understand me, is reinforcing the spirit and the negativity that's in you is going to stay there because you're constantly feeding it. You're constantly feeding that whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying? Say, for instance, your rent went up, or you have a storage like I do, and the rent went up $20, $30 for that 1 month. You wonder what happened. I don't complain. I told a couple of people about it, just to see if theirs went up like that. Does that seem outrageous? And they told me what the situation was, and I let it go. You're either going to keep the storage or you're going to let it go. There's no ifs, and buts about it. You accept the situation and do what you have to do. You got to think of two things you can do. Get a smaller storage, which is you're gonna have to make a sacrifice. If you got the bigger storage, you're paying for something bigger, so it feels good to know you got room. Even if you don't have, you understand me, it filled up. Like I got plenty of room in it, but it's real showing that I could put a lot of stuff in there as I'm steady getting more things. So that's the feeling that I pay for, the extra space that I have. So that's all right. I don't mind paying that because there's no ways about it. If you have a small place to stay, then you have to have a bigger place to put your stuff. Especially like me, when I got hundreds of suits, I have to do that. You understand me? Because I got over 300 suits, so there's no way for me to go do without. So I don't complain. It's like people complain about where they live at. It's a small place or whatever. No, I don't complain because I like the location. I can't have the location, you understand me, and have the space and all these things that people are talking about. They say move here, yeah, I can move there, but I'll be out of the neighborhood. I'll be in an area where I don't want to be, and I got to transport and go here and go there. You know what I mean? Where I got to step out the door, bam, everything is there. You know what I mean? Everything is in walking distance. So I like the convenience, so I never complain about where I'm at. And I've been there almost 19 years. You understand? And I've been there for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? With all the stuff I got, I don't let nothing go me back. I'm a steady shopper, steady pop. You understand me? And go shopping all the time. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't deprive myself of nothing when it comes to, enjoying myself and living. You know what I mean? There's no need of complaining. You know, I got a lot of people complain, but I'm saying that I refuse to complain because it's not doing nobody no good, and it's not good for you to complain. Because think about it. Look at the situation. You complaining. You're going to either do something about it or you're not. If you're not, then you're going to be content with the situation and the decision that you made. Because worrying about it in between the complaint, you're worrying. Because when you complain, it's a sign of worrying as well. Because you're worrying about the situation or you would let it go. And a lot of people don't let things go. So they hold on to it. You know. And by me being from the streets, you know what I'm saying? I realized one thing, that you're going to do it or you're not. You know, you're going to stay down so you can come up. You know, that's just the way it is. But I like to be on the winning edge. I like to think positive winning thoughts. You know, I like to do positive things. That's going to take me to victory. You know, I don't want to be around people negative, complaining and leaking. Most people that complain don't have no money. They ain't taking care of business. See, that's another thing about complainers. Most people that complain are not taking care of business. You understand? Because if you're taking care of your business, you won't have nothing to complain about. Because as soon as you have a situation that you want to complain about, take care of it. You understand? Most of the time, a situation gets to a point to where you haven't taken care of it, so it becomes a problem. So it's something that you're complaining about. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say, for instance, you might live somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'll use an example. The weekend, I went Sunday. The weekend, you understand me? There was a girl, a friend of my friends, and we went over there to see the woman. And she was crazy, talking crazy and acting ignorant. She needs to be taking her medication. And I told him, he said, man, I thought you were going to tell her to take her medication, tell her this, tell her that. No, you got to, for you to advise somebody or give them some advice, they got to be ready to accept it. If they're complaining and talking about all these, what the people are doing to them, but they're steady making noise and talking about people that are coming in their apartment and all these things like that, complaining about stuff that's not even happening or that they think's happening, and they're making all this noise and the people are threatening to evict them, and they're not taking heed to that, they're cussing the people out, they're creating their own problems. And there's nothing you can do to those people, let them go. There's no advice. There's nothing you can do on that type of complaining, because what they're actually doing, they're setting themselves up. Actually, they're setting themselves up for failure. So they have an excuse for real when they're sleeping in their car again. These people have been homeless 2 or 3 times. These people know how that go. They went out of town. They went out to like North Carolina to get with some man that wasn't nothing that you met on the internet. You know? Then you go there and he's abusive, he ain't right. You can't get along with him. You know what I mean? So you stay there 3 months, you come back. But you gave everything up. You had a nice apartment at that time. You had everything together. You couldn't be content. You had to, you had to create something to complain about. You know, some people like problems. They like drama. You know, some people, they're not content when everything is perfect and everything is right, because nothing gonna never be perfect. You know what I mean? If you find something to complain about, you'll find something to complain about, that littlest thing. And in your mind, it's a big thing. But nothing is never going to be perfect. And I don't care in your life or anybody else's life. You know, there's going to be people you don't get along with. There's situations that you cannot deal with. You know, it's just the way life is. And you have to be able to deal with this like this. To be tough and handle life's situation, the things they give you and serve you, you have to just shake them off. You have to shake them off. Brush them off your shoulders. That's how you do your problems and trouble. Just brush them off. Because when they come to you, you got to deal with them. And when you get to be my age, you done been through most of the stuff, and you was dealing with that when you were young, doing the complaining and doing all that when you didn't know how to deal with it. When you get to a certain age, you know how to deal with it. You either deal with it or you don't. But you don't have to be talking about it and complaining, because there's a solution to every situation. If it's not a solution to the situation, then you let it go. There's no need of holding on to it if you can't. You know what I mean? You get some legal advice, or you go to a professional people, but you always go to the solution. You know what I mean? And you when you go to solutions to people for advice, if you're complaining about it, don't complain to another person that's doing as bad as you. You know what I mean? Go to somebody that know what they're doing or got it together, and then you ask them some questions about it. Then that's not complaining. That's not complaining when you go to the right people for some advice. See, that's 2 different things that people don't understand. There's a difference in asking for advice than literally complaining. You understand? Because you sitting with a person that's like, say, for instance, like say this woman, for instance, was talking to my friend and complaining to him, right? And he don't care about helping her. He wasn't going to help her or give her no advice. He's just laughing at her, right? And he been her friend for years, but he ain't been doing her no good. You understand? Because he tells me about the situation, and he thinks it's funny. And then but she's sick, she needs medicine and all that. But they're not going to incarcerate her or do nothing for her. You know, they say she's been in that house before, but she should take her medicine and be right, but she's not doing that. She's complaining about the problem. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. She complains about the problem and does all that type of stuff. And literally, that's not doing her no good or nobody else. You know, you cussing the people out in your building and all this. And here you got a new, nice, brand new apartment that's only been a year old. Real big and real nice. I would love it. Who wouldn't love it? But the point of it is, I wouldn't move from my place to that because, like I said, it's way over there in Oakland, over there near Laney College. But it's good for anybody. Like my friend, he wants to move from where he's at because he's in a ghetto situation. And he's got a big, nice place. See, for me, space ain't nothing. I love my location. That's why I'm never going to go nowhere from where it's at. When I leave there, I'm going to an old folks' home. I'm not leaving there for nothing else until I actually retire. Because as long as I'm in the game, doing what I'm doing, I'm staying right where I'm at. Because I can walk out the door and I'm right there. The mall, Power Street, everything is right there. You know what I mean? Everything I want is right in the area. And I look at that more significant than anything else. Because when I stayed in Vegas, before I moved here, I was right downtown on Fremont Street. I was in Vegas. And that was all, everything was near that. I could jump up and walk down the street. So I look at convenience. You understand? You know what I mean? Because when you're ready to go way out, you get in a car or something, you can go way out and get something cheap. You know what I mean? And that's big, that's got everything for you. But that's the choices you have to make. You understand? If you want something else. I'm not going to sit and complain like people do about where you at. Because I got a lot of nuts in my building, a lot of people that's messed up. I was telling them. I see that all the time. I got people like that all the time. But I don't have time to say nothing to them. I don't get caught up in that. I keep on stepping and keep on taking care of my business. You understand? Because they got people like that all over, everywhere you go. But if you're a giant and you're trying to stay in the giant's lane, then you do what you got to do, you understand, to take care of you. And don't worry about the next man. Or don't worry about them people. You know what I mean? Because people that do complaining and doing it, they ain't taking care of no business. Most of them ain't taking care of no business. If you're busy and handling your business, you ain't got time to complain. But if you're sitting around all day long and ain't doing nothing, you understand? Or if you drinking on your disease, then you gonna complain. But people that's taking care of business, you notice they don't do no complaining. They busy, they doing this, they might be going to the gym, they going to the library. And they ain't got to have a whole lot of money. It's just that they busy. They going to meetings. They in organizations. You understand me? They giving shows, so they busy doing positive things. So they're not sitting around idle time complaining. Because most of the time when you do complain, you're someone that has idle time on your hands. You understand? You can complain about a situation, and you're saying it just to be saying it because, you know, you're not really meaning it as a complaint. You're just speaking. Somebody might say, "How's your day going?" You might say, "Oh man, it's hectic, man. It's that." That's just you're just speaking on it. You know, you're not complaining. Like I was telling the guy that sets me up when I walked in here, and I told him what my show was about, and he told me that. See, that ain't complaining. You're just saying. Somebody asks you, "How's your day going?" You say, "Not too good." That's just giving an answer. You know, you're telling the truth. It might not be going good, so you say that. I try to say great day, you understand what I'm saying? Because my day usually are great. And if I'm looking great, I'm going to feel great, and I'm going to do great, and I'm going to be great. And that's just my philosophy. That's how I feel. So when somebody asks me how I'm feeling good. You know, like if you got a little ache in your pain in your leg or this and that, you know what I mean? You got to look at 99% of the time you're feeling good. So you got to say great, you understand what I'm saying? Because, hey, ain't no need to complain. You understand me? When you feel good and you speak good and you talk about good things, then good things will happen. You understand? And that's the way I look at it. You know what I'm talking about? Because I ain't no spring chicken. You know what I mean? Because every time I turn around, people my age, different people, my friends and colleagues, are passing away. I went to 2 funerals in the last month. You understand? And got another one to go to. You know, and then I just heard another person dying that I know. But I'm not going to his funeral because me and him wasn't that close. But these close friends, you understand what I'm saying, that I got to report to, these funerals and stuff, it's just sad, man. That's why you got to be blessed and be thankful every day you wake up. When you get older, you got to feel like that, man. You can't be wasting time complaining or none of that because you got to be thankful that you got up. You understand me? When you feel good just getting up, hey man, you got the rest of the day is gravy. You got a smile on your face, and you can get around, man. That's everything. That's why, man, when I hear these people complaining and doing it, I don't pay them no mind. You understand? When I can wake up and look good, man, and feel as good as I look, you understand? Because if I look this good, I'm feeling this good. You understand? Because, hey, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm trying to do this as long as I can do it. Because there'll be a time when a nigga won't be able to, excuse my expression, where a person won't be able to do it. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to always be here. Life is set up like that. That, you know, you're going to be gone one day. All of us are going to be gone. So it's nothing to be feel bad about. Because we all are going to leave this earth sooner or later. But I want to leave the people with something, these shows, you understand, so they can see that I was a person that had meaning in life. I was trying to tell them something good, and I was showing them by example, by the fashion experience, by wearing the clothes and setting the pace, and letting them know, you understand what I'm saying, that's how I go. I was not one to complain. I was one to be uplifting, you understand me, and optimistic, and trying to keep things on that page. Because that's the way it is. You understand? And that's why I try to, you understand me, be one to inspire. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they have a lot of old men that be bitter. Bitter old men, I don't want to be one of them. If I'm going to be a bitter old man, just stay in the house and don't even go out. You know what I mean? But that ain't good. You go out and be around people as much as you can and be optimistic. You understand? And me and my philosophy, I try to dress good, because if you dress good, you're going to feel good. You know what I mean? If you're sitting around raggedy and tore up, that gives you a reason to complain. Because if you raggedy and tore up, how you going to feel good? If you ain't feeling, if you ain't dressed up or whatever. You might be complaining, you know what I mean? But you got people that's going to be dressed the way they look because they're going to work. Well, they got a purpose. They can feel good, you understand what I'm saying? And be optimistic because they making money. They went to work and made whatever they made that day. So they feel good about the money, the car they driving, or whatever they buying, a house they buying, you understand me? Because them are the things that money can buy. So they feel good, you understand what I'm saying? They got a purpose in life. And that's what you got to have. You understand me? And be optimistic, you understand me? And spread good words, don't spread bad words. You know, that's why I said Christians and people that go to church, they always have positive things to say. That's why I said that's the place to meet people and associate with people that's Christians and things like that. I went to the funeral yesterday and I met all these old players, all these ex-pimps and players. Man, they Christians and preachers and stuff. You know, you know what I mean? The ones that's positive like me, they going to church and preaching, man. They got a purpose. See, that's what I'm saying. I didn't take that route, preaching, but I got that philosophy. You understand? And I believe in God and all that. But I just don't go to church every day or do like the preachers do. You know what I'm saying? Or the people that's all the way into it. You know, like, because I know a lot of them, you know, they talk that talk and preach that preach, but they ain't really living by that code. See, and I'm not a person to half step. I'm 100 to the game. I'm still in the game. You understand me? To an extent. That's why I look the way I look. But I look like this every day, not sometimes. You understand? I do this every day. So I live a certain code, you understand what I'm saying? And I'm 100 in life with it. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen them people that was doing good and had the good philosophy and had the good spirit, and they were in the church, that's why I said, you got to believe in higher power. You got to put that on you. And then being in your sobriety, they had all these things in favor. They were in their sobriety. They were clean, sober, not on drugs. See, all this goes together. People with all that optimistic and all that good stuff, they ain't going to be complaining because they got the recipe. So you got to have the recipe to live in a good life. And they got the recipe. They lived that life to the point to where they was living good in the fast life, when the fast life was the fast life. Then when things got bad and drugs and all this stuff took over, and then the game changed, they got over what they did. When the game changed, they went to church, like the word was, they went to preaching and doing things like that and got into the other good life. You understand? Ted was doing that. When Ted told me, he wasn't complaining, he was selling slum and got beat up and got hit in the head and got tore up. Man, he didn't give up. That man went to church. He didn't give up, he just gave drugs up and gave that life up because the life wasn't the life no more. If you ain't living the fast life in the right lane and you mess with drugs and on that down sparrow, then it ain't no more life. You might as well live a good life in a square Christian life. And then he got a car, he got a house. He was winning again. He took that same attitude that he had in the game when the game was good and was winning in the fast life. And he used to tell me when I was drinking and drugging and doing that, he was doing it, he got clean way before I did and got himself together. And he used to pray for me and tell me all this and tell me all that. And he was winning. And I loved it about him. You understand? Because he was winning and doing good. And I didn't know nothing about it then because I was still in my disease. But when I got out of my disease, I clean. Because you can't serve two masters. You understand? You can't serve two masters. So you got to either serve God or the devil. And that's why I had to get that devil out of my system, my mind. And when you're doing drugs and doing all that dirty stuff and doing all that bad things in life, you know what I mean? And then you complain about what the bad things that happen to you, you start complaining about them only because you received those bad things simply because you was doing bad things. You see? When you do bad things happen. You're stuck in a negativity. You know what I mean? You do drugs. Then you start losing and drinking. Then you start losing stuff. You don't pay your bills. You understand? You know what I mean? You get late on stuff and then you complain because they charge you late charges. You know what I'm saying? They charge you late charges because you was late. You know what I mean? And all this, and then you wasn't on taking care of business. Like I said, if you take care of business, your business will take care of you. And you won't have them problems. You understand? And life is simple. It's not complicated when you take care of business. So you take care of your business, everything gonna go in order. You know what I mean? It's just like if you're hungry. If you take care of business, you keep money in your pocket so you can eat. You understand? If you take care of business, you're gonna have money. You understand? If you have money, then you can take care, because in America you have to have money. You know what I'm saying? If you're taking drugs and doing all these things that's gonna get you broke, then you ain't gonna pay your rent. You ain't gonna have no food to eat. That's how you end up in the street. See, them people end up in the street because they ain't taking care of business. Like I tell you about this girl that got all this stuff going for. The girl that got everything going for another day, that's gonna blow it. Because she blew it before 2 or 3 times. You do something 2 or 3 times and end up homeless, you understand? Then you sorry. Are you mentally disturbed? If you're mentally disturbed, you need help. But you need the official people to help you. Because you ain't gonna listen to somebody like me. Because you're crazy. Like I went over there to try to talk to the woman yesterday. The woman was out of her mind. And I ain't got nothing to say to her. I'm through with her. I told dude, I'm through with her. She too far gone. You gonna cuss me out, talk crazy to me? I'm through with you. You understand? Whether you're crazy or not, I'm not the one. And I let it go. Because if it was 20 or 30 years ago, I might have went upside her head. But I'm different. I ain't trying to do no time. And Me Too movement, man, they're not playing with anything. You hear the woman to do something now, you going under the jail. So it ain't nothing to try to be saved on, because they will get you. And I look at it like this. I'm the type of person that I try to handle my business because I know through experience I want happiness and I want peace of mind. And the way to do that is take care of your business. It's easy. TCB, they used to say that a long time ago. TCB, you don't even hear that no more. But they used to say TCB, taking care of business. Then you ain't going to be complaining because your business is going to be taken care of. You complain when you're not taking care of your business. See, you see somebody complain, they ain't took care of their business. Because there's a solution to every problem. You understand? And there's a way to deal with it. And if you can't deal with it, and then you take it to the higher power and let it go. You take it to the higher power and let it go. And it'll work itself out. But complaining about something, it don't complain about it. Like other people worry about your problem. That's a shame when other people worry about what you need to be doing. And they tell you, you need to do this, you need to do that. You understand? That's a thing, too. I ain't going to let them worry me. You know what I mean? I ain't going to let it bother me. Like if a broad don't call you, and you call her and everything, she don't respond, you let that go. You do what you have to do and let it go. Let it be her situation. And then she's going to say, why you didn't call me? What happened? Why, you know what I mean? No, I called you. I left text messages. You didn't get back to me. So I'm not going to worry about you no more. I'm just going to let it go. When I know you're all right and you just ain't responding. You understand? because that's the way things happen. But when you get older, you worry about different people. You understand me? But if they don't respond to you, and you know what I mean, I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to worry. Because I look at it like this. I got to take care of me. I'm number one in my life. You know what I'm talking about? If they with other people, they drinking and doing all this stuff, and then things happen to them, and they know, you understand what I'm saying, what the consequences, and they not being responsible, I'm not going to worry about it. And if I know they know, I'm not going to say nothing. Because I'm not trying to argue with them. If they ain't taking care of their business, and they slip and taking it, and they know they've been in that situation before, and they know better, hey, that's on them. But I know I'm not going to slip. I got my license back together, and I'm so happy. I even got a car, and I ain't drove in a few years. But I rented cars when I first got my license because I wanted to show myself that I got, you know, get the swing of things. But parking and all this stuff ain't convenient around my house, so I'm not worried about that. But like I said, I'm not going to complain because they got good transportation there, and I'm happy. And I get on the bus looking like this because, hey, I got money. But I'm not trying to get no car and worry about parking. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about that. I had 5 cars at one time. You understand what I'm saying? So I've had it before. I've had big money and I had all that, jewelry and all that. I don't worry about that now. See, other people worry about that for me. Say, you need to have rain, you need to have jewelry. Your friends got this, your friends got that. That's all right. I don't want it right now. When I'm ready for it, I'll get it. Till then, I'm not complaining, and I'm not asking nobody for nothing. You understand? It's like I got a tailor that makes my clothes and shit, hats and everything. I sent a friend of mine over there to get something done, and he went and did it. He took care of business. See, that's the kind of people I like to be around. Take care of their business. You know what I mean? Just like when I told him about a sale at the store. He went over there and took care of business. But I told 20 different people. And how many people actually take care of business? Only a few. But it's okay. That was their choice. So they can't complain later. Man, I should have went there. I should have did this. Or I should have that. That's complaining. See, there's no need. You should have did it when it was time to do it. If you didn't do it, let it go. Because it's over with now. You see me looking good and shining bright, you understand me, and talking shit and being right. Then you get mad. You understand me? You want to hate. See, and all that derives from the situation you didn't take care of business. TCB, take care of your business. You understand? That's an old expression, but it applies right now, today. And if you're a giant in the game, that's gonna be one of your recipes. You understand me? But complaining, that ain't on the menu. Complaining is not on the menu. So I try not to complain. Very seldom do I complain. But I used to complain, and now I don't complain. If I do, I got to catch myself. Because you be around people that complain, and you'll get caught up in it. And you end up finding yourself complaining. But I'm going to try it. When I do a show, it's therapy to me. So I'm going to try it hard and try it continuously not to complain. Because I'm a giant in the game. So listen here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna sign out with my show. It was Complaining. It was the name of this show. I'm the international red for the record. My show is The Fashion Experience. And I do a show weekly. And the reason why it's The Fashion Experience is because I'm a fashionable guy. And I don't tell you about fashion no more. I show you. Because my fashion is dressy. You might be a casual dresser. So whatever I say about fashion is just be clean and be neat. Everybody got their own fashion. You know, you got different fashions for different people. Just like it's different folks for different strokes. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sign out. So be good.